guys, I thought it would be a good idea to record today because it's going to be full of drumming stuff and I wanted to share that with you all. I usually start the mornings by journaling, and then if I'm not in the mood for journaling, I meditate. It just really depends on the day. What my journaling consists of is either me writing down what's happened throughout the day previously, what I want today to happen, or sometimes even manifesting stuff. It also depends on how I'm feeling that day and what I want to write as well. If you're interested in journaling, I would recommend you try writing one page and not necessarily making it a goal to write down your 5 or 10 goals you want to achieve this year. The best approach would be to just start writing anything and not stress yourself out for holding yourself accountable with something that feels super labor intensive. And by that I mean you can just start off literally by just writing down. Right now I'm listening to outside and I hear birds. I'm gonna write about that. And that's the end of the journal entry. And that'll just get you just comfortable just writing daily. And there's gonna be days where you're gonna feel like you want to write about something in particular, and that just helps compartmentalize a lot of your thoughts. And I've noticed that to be very useful, not only to backtracking things that are important to you, but also to just keep yourself in a better state mentally. And this is a great complement to bettering yourself. It's not the only solution, but what I found personally is that it helps. And when I don't feel like writing, I go meditate. That just works out for me. So today's gonna be fun. I'm going first to go to my regular rehearsal space and practice drums. What else? And today's practice will be more consisting of rehearsing songs for 2 projects that I'm in currently. One of them is a pop artist, and we are getting ready for a show that's coming up soon. And then the second one is a fairly new project. I have joined this artist who is building a band and is more on the alternative rock scene, which I'm super excited about. I'm excited for both projects, but I haven't played rock in a minute in this way. It just feels like I'm entering a scene that I've been meaning to be a part of ever since I moved here. So I'm excited to see where that goes. I also have a systems exercise that I want to start implementing generally for my drumming. For those of you that know this book, you know what it is. And if you don't, it is a phenomenal brain twister exercise concept system, whatever you want to call it. There are essentially 39 systems of grooves that you can start working on. If you're a drummer, you're going to be very familiar with a lot of these. And there are some that you might have never tried as a drummer before, and it'll feel weird at first. But the cool thing about this book is that there are melodies that you play on top of the grooves, and that's where it gets interesting. I know a lot of drummers that have used that book. Chris Coleman, Matt Gardska, one of the guys from the Blumen group. I don't know if he's a current performer with them or not, but that's just to name a few. They all say many great things about this book, and I just wanted to try it out and see how that can be implemented in my drumming for whatever style I'm currently working on. This session turned out to be a lot more intense than I was expecting because I did a past life regression session last night by Brian Weiss. So sorry if I butchered your name. And it was essentially a hypnotic session that backtracks a little bit and forward as well to where you're at and what you can do next. I can make a whole separate video on that, but essentially it made me think about certain points of my life where I believe I still feel stuck, or what I'm trying to get to at is maybe I'll converse a little bit of what's going on because it's interesting. I think it's very inspirational. There's a lot going on right now in my head, and it's just it's good, I promise. It's reflective in terms of where I am now. I feel like I'm finally paying attention to my inner child, and I'm so glad I'm finally doing it, because there is nothing else in this life that I think is worth pursuing more than to just listening to what they're saying to you. And I wholeheartedly mean that, because not that I want to get all deep with you all, but I think we are now. This life right now is what you have. This is what you were given. These are the characteristics, neurology, environment that you have. And what's so cool is that it's malleable. It's possible to change it if necessary, depending on what your inner child is saying, to not feel stuck. And I'm in a position in my life where I'm in between chapters, but at the same time, I've never felt more aligned in my entire life. And I think, or I don't think, I know that that is a super duper positive sign that I'm on the right track, whatever that entails for me in the future. My thought process will probably be pretty fresh throughout the day when I have time to write more about this. So thank you guys for listening, and I appreciate you all being comfortable as I become more vulnerable to the camera, or to you all. Let's go practice.